Hi, my name is John Lewis. I'm the director of a nonprofit called Renew Richmond. We're here for the second year of Richmond's March Against Monsanto, here to tell Monsanto and big agribusiness that we will not stand for their unconstitutional practices, that we will demand to know what's in our food, and we will demand labeling, mandatory labeling on our food. Monsanto and big agribusiness, DuPont, Syngenta, have taken it upon themselves to decide what goes in our food and what we have a right to know. Unfortunately, we're not based on price points. We're not based on a dollar amount. It's our constitutional right to understand what's in our food and decide what goes in our food. And we have a right, universal right, to healthy and nutritious food. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Shannon Kirchhoff. I'm the organizer of Richmond's March Against Monsanto. Here at the Capitol, it's May 24th, going on around the world. In Richmond here, we are fighting for food freedom. We want to get the state to think about labeling our food. That's a long-term but short-term goal as well. But mainly we're here to raise awareness about Monsanto and the corruption that they are a part of, and trying to get good food to good people. A little bit? Is that better? Okay. I just want to tell you why I organized this. I organized this because I care about the future. I believe we all have that in common here. Okay, I'm new at this. I'm sorry. The PA system, it's weird. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Well, we're all happy to be here, I hope. We have a collective letter going around that I would really love to get your opinions on, that I want to present to the governor. I want to get a real consensus of why everyone's here, and I know we all have a lot in common, and maybe we all have different insights that we can all share and, you know, make a well-rounded campaign to the governor. And well, today we have a lot of activists here that are very interested in this cause, and I do have some people that want to speak, but also that if I haven't talked to you yet and you have something that you want to share with everyone here, a testimonial or, you know, experience that really drives home the root cause that Monsanto is evil, that's why we're all here, please just come up and you can play with this bullhorn. But here's Theodora to share some stuff with us.
Okay, I'm not sure how well I can multitask and hold and talk and do all this at one time. As she said, thank you all so much for coming out here today. I'm sure that many of you all, thank you, Lee. See, Lee is going to... Okay, thank you, Lee. Lee is awesome. Don't we love Lee? Let's give her a hand. Thank you, Lee. I know that many of us are already familiar with what GMOs are, genetically modified organisms, and they have been in our food supply for about the last 15 years, definitely the last 10 years. And as we look at the rates of chronic illness, disease, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and just autoimmune disorders, increase in allergies, we have to look at what is it that is in our environment or that we are consuming that is causing this. And while the big biotech companies will do all they can in their power to prevent studies from coming to the surface that show the health risks associated with consuming GMOs, the bottom line is that there are no studies that show that GMOs are safe. And so what can we as consumers do? Think about whether your legislators are going to pass legislation quickly enough or not. You can make your voices heard with your dollar. So think of each dollar that you spend as a vote against GMOs. And so to keep yourself safe, obviously the best thing to do is consume as few GMOs as possible. And so the top GMO crops in the U.S. include soy. 94% of the soy grown in the U.S. is GMO. So as best as you can avoid soy products, do that or search for organic. Cotton, 90% of the cotton grown in the U.S. Now, we don't necessarily eat cotton, but we are using cotton and other things. Canola, 90% of the canola crops are genetically modified. Sugar beets. I know that sugar beets are used in condiments, a variety of things to sweeten them. 95% of the sugar beets in the U.S. are GMO. Corn, 88% of corn crops are GMO. More than 50% of Hawaiian papaya is GMO. And then zucchini and yellow squash, there are over 24,000 acres that are genetically modified. This is information that you can find from the Institute for Responsible Technology, and that website is responsibletechnology.org. Some of the things you can do, clearly eat fewer processed foods. A lot of the processed foods are going to have corn byproducts in them. Reduce the amount of high fructose corn syrup you consume. Grow your own veggies from heirloom seeds, or work with John. Where's John here? They have community gardens throughout. Join a farmer's co-op or get to know your local farmer and learn what cultivation techniques they use. If you can't afford organic or you don't have access to organic, you can still ask the local farmers if they're doing conventional or if they have GMO seed stock. It's important that you know this before you start consuming things. I know that John is also very concerned that lower income families and inner city people do not necessarily have access to these healthier foods. They have the processed foods, canned, packaged things. And so I know he's doing a lot of work to help increase awareness and educate people in the community about this. So vote with your dollars. Try to eat as many whole foods as possible. And that's all I'm going to say right now. I know Erica has some comments she'd like to make. But again, thank you all so much for coming out today.
Thanks for everybody coming out. Good to see a lot of faces here and meet people that I've met on Facebook but hadn't met in person yet. I've been involved in the movement and a volunteer for Center for Food Safety for about 20 years. And the movement, we can finally say that we are officially millions. We weren't millions years ago, but now we are, thanks to public input, and the internet has helped us a lot. I just wanted to pipe in real quick. I've been handing out some of these cards on these no nukes, in particular because North Anna, Dominion wants to build a third proposed unit there in the seismic zone. We are finding that we have multiple previously unknown faults, so we think it's ridiculous that we would want to put a third reactor at North Anna in a seismic zone. Lessons learned from Fukushima, which is an ongoing nuclear disaster that we're not hearing a lot about in the news. It's a disaster, and who knows when it will end. Obviously, with Chernobyl, we have an idea. So we don't want this kind of event to take place in Virginia. All the nuclear waste that we create, we are going to be stuck with. And so we really need to rethink this. We need to give Dominion a call and let our legislators know that we want clean, renewable energy. We need to go with solar, wind, tidal, geothermal, and yes, we can. We need to move away from this dangerous technology that gives our future generations waste they'll have to watch over for about 100,000 years. So keep the fight on for GMOs, for natural food and for organic food. We're going to continue with the legislators and with our new governor to really get him to push for us to become a non-GMO agricultural zone. That's what I'd like to see here in Virginia. So thank you, guys.
GMOs have got to go!
It's still going on back there. Nothing. There's nothing on the
GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Have got to go! Hey, hey!
Ho ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho ho!
GMOs have got to go!
Hey, hey! Ho ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey!
taking video needed.
How many people were like, what did you do? GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! GMOs have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. GMOs have got to go. Hey, hey.
There's also programs coming up with, have you heard of people?
Stand up, fight back. GMOs have got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. GMOs have got to go. Hey, hey.